Long before Europeans came, the land we now call the United States was home to many native nations, each with its own languages, cultures, and religions. While these traditions were diverse, they shared some common themes. Connection to nature. Many native religions taught that the earth, animals, plants, water, and sky were sacred. Humans were not above nature, but part of it. Spirits and ancestors. Tribes believed in spiritual beings and honored ancestors who guided the living. Ceremonies and rituals. Traditions like the sun dance, sweat lodges, and storytelling were ways to connect with the Creator, spirits, and community. Sacred balance. The goal was often harmony, keeping balance between people, the land, and the spiritual world. When Europeans arrived, they often dismissed these beliefs as pagan or savage because they didn't match European Christianity. Over time, Native Americans faced forced conversions, banned ceremonies, and boarding schools designed to erase their spiritual traditions.
After the Civil War, groups like the Ku Klux Klan, KKK, mixed white supremacy with Protestant Christianity. Cross burnings and prayers were used to justify violence. In the 1920s, the KKK and similar groups pushed 100% Americanism, which really meant white, Protestant, and English-speaking. During the Civil Rights Movement, some white Christians used religion to defend segregation. They argued that God wanted the races separated. In the 1970s and 80s, the religious right became powerful. Most members were not white nationalists, but some ideas overlapped with the belief that America should remain Christian and white. In recent years, the phrase, Christian nationalism, has grown in use, especially after the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, when Christian banners, prayers, and crosses appeared alongside nationalist and Confederate symbols. Groups and movements. Ku Klux Klan, a violent group that mixed Christianity and racism. Christian Identity Movement, a fringe belief that white Europeans are God's true chosen people. White citizens' councils fought against desegregation, often quoting the Bible. Proud Boys and militias. While not officially Christian, some members used Christian nationalist slogans. America First movement promotes the idea that the U.S. should be led by white Christians. Politicians and public figures. Some modern figures have been linked to Christian nationalism or white nationalism, even if they don't call themselves that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a congresswoman who has openly called herself a Christian nationalist. Doug Mastriano, a Pennsylvania politician who used Christian nationalist themes in his campaign. Michael Flynn, former national security advisor who talks about forming a Christian army to reclaim the country.
Two important political advisors in recent years, Stephen Miller and Steve Bannon, have also influenced these ideas in different ways. Stephen Miller, best known for his immigration policies during the Trump administration, like the Muslim ban and family separation. His leaked emails promoted white nationalist sources. Even though he is Jewish, his policies lined up with what Christian white nationalists want, keeping America white and Christian in identity. Steve Bannon, a strategist and founder of Breitbart News. He describes politics as a spiritual war for Christian civilization. He supports far-right groups in Europe that want to protect Christian identity against immigration and multiculturalism. Christian nationalist churches and preachers echo Bannon's framing of a battle for Christian civilization. His language about Judeo-Christian values fits into their vision of a holy war against secularism and other religions. Christian white nationalism matters because it shapes how some people think about America's identity and future. It also influences policies about immigration, education, and voting, sometimes in ways that leave out or harm minority groups. Understanding its history helps us see how dangerous it can be when religion and race are used to exclude others. Knowing about figures like Miller and Bannon shows how mainstream politics and extremist groups can overlap, even if they don't officially work together. The U.S. has always included people of many races and religions. From the native nation's spiritual traditions to today's diverse faiths, America's story is bigger than one religion or race. Christian white nationalism tries to narrow that identity down to just one group, which goes against the country's democratic promise of equality.